Welcome to sixth grade math. This is lesson 164, and so it's Thursday, and we're going to be looking at pages 295 and 296. You don't have any homework for this lesson, so we're not going to worry about that. We are looking at planning a budget, and so these are things that you're going to need to know for life. So it's not just things for school, but for how when you get out of your parents' house, or maybe when you get your first job, or more of a full-time, maybe a little bit of part-time job in high school or something, not just like a summer job, but when you have a job, you want to plan where your money goes, because if you don't plan where it goes, you won't know where it goes. So that's what today is about, but we're going to start with a rapid calculation drill, and then we'll do a couple of these, and then I'm going to let you go take your speed drill, and then we'll look at the budget, okay? All right, 5 times 9 plus 5 divided by 10 times 8 plus 3 equals 43. Did you get that? Very good. All right. 9 divided by 3 times 7 plus 4 plus 3 divided by 7 equals. Did you get 4? Okay, very good. I hope you did. Okay, so I'll let you pause and go take your speed drill. You have 3.5 minutes for this speed drill, and then when you come back, we will be looking at the budget. Okay, I hope you did well with that speed drill. A budget is a plan for spending money wisely. First category that a Christian budgets is tithe and offering to God. Of course, the government takes its part, taxes, out of every paycheck. The wise person also budgets 10% or more of his income for savings. Other main categories for a budget include housing, food, transportation, education, medical, insurance, and recreation. All right, so in order to find the budget, you want to make sure you have to know, of course, how much money you had to begin with. All right, so the purpose of a budget is to help the planner spend less than he makes. Remember, if you don't control your money, it will control you. A budget can help to eliminate foolish and spur-of-the-moment buying. A budget upholds the biblical principle found in 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order. The Wooten family has a monthly income of $5,400. They budget $1,242 for housing. What percent of their income is budgeted for housing? Okay, so we're going to be looking at how to find the percent, okay? We've looked at some of this before, but this is what we're going to do with this one. So $1,242 is budgeted for housing. How much is their total that they get? $5,400. Okay. All right, so you see that this is reduced by dividing by 6. Okay. 207 over 900. And it can be reduced again. And some of these numbers, so 900, you know that 9 could go into that, right? Well, look at 207. Can 9 go into that? We add up the digits. 2 plus 0 plus 7 is 9. Yes, so 9, we can divide this one by 9. That's how they came to 23 over 100. Now, 23 over 100 is what percent? Anything over 100 is that percent, okay? So this one was very simple to find the percentage. You just had to know how to reduce the fraction. So they started with 6, okay? Because they saw that 6 could go in to both of these. And so then 9 could go into both of those, and you reduced it that way. So yes, there was a bigger number that could have gone into both of those to get you down to here, but this was a simple way. This was probably the easiest way, just because I think the number is 54. And then you have to divide that by 54. So, but on a budget, let's see. Find the amount budgeted, or the percentage, by finding 15% of the monthly income. Okay, so so that was the example in your book, but I had another example that we have. Okay, so there's all right, sorry. You know, these are types of percent problems. So we can find it with the fractions, or we can multiply. Okay, so I'm sorry, if we're given the money, we find it by fractions to find the percent. If we're given the percentage, we find it by multiplying. Okay, so the monthly income is $3,000. We want to know what 15% of $3,000 is. We multiply by 0.15, okay? So then you go 0, 0, 0, 15, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3. Bring your zeros down, 5 and 4. The decimal goes there. $450 is 15% of 3,000. Okay, so with these, the main thing when we're multiplying with the decimals is to remember how many decimal places you have. Okay, the main thing with the fractions to remember is to reduce your fraction as far as you can take it. And then the easiest is to have something over 100. So if you take it down and it's like really, say the bottom number is a 20 or a 10, multiply it by the number that makes it 100 on the bottom. So 20, multiply it by 5. Sorry. If it's a 10, multiply it by 10. And then multiply the top number by the same. And then you'll get your percentage, okay? So here's an example of that. Under housing, so let's put housing for the first one. Look at your page, it's got 14,000. Okay, 14,000. We need to know what the percentage of 14,000 is, okay? 14,000 is out of how much? What's the yearly salary? 40,000. Okay, so this one is a yearly The second one is a monthly, okay? So 14,000 over 40,000. Now, notice what's on the end of these? 3 zeros. Cross out as many zeros as are found in both of them. We don't cross out this 0 and 40 because we don't have another 0 there, okay? So only cross out 3 of them. So we have 14 over 40. Okay, 14 over 40, that's going to be easier to reduce, right? Divide by 2. 7. 40 divided by 2 is 20. All right, now we've got a 20. I said we needed what on the bottom to make it, to find the easiest percent? 100, right? Okay, so times 5, right? Because 20 times 5 is 100. So we've got to multiply the top by 5. 5 times 7 is 35, okay? 35 over 100 means it's what percent? 35%. So I just got you the second one on the top. Housing, 14,000 is 35%. So you may put that in for there. That is how to figure out if it's got 20 on the bottom, okay? So just the easiest thing is to get it to 100 on the bottom, to work on getting it to 100. So it's really, these percentages don't have to be difficult, and so these ones should all come out. You should be able to come out to the right, to have 100 on the bottom of most of these. So just remember your decimals. And in number 2, you're going to be finding you're going to take the monthly salary and multiply it by your percentage to get your amount for each category. So you need to make sure that you have the right number of decimal places in your answer so that you don't have a bigger number than you started with, okay? So double check and say, okay, I have 3,800. I cannot have more than 3,800 when I multiply it by a percentage, right? Okay, so just double check that. So I'm going to have you do all of the first page on the second page in section 3. I think we need some extra practice on story problems still a little bit, so just go ahead and do all of them. Section 4, you can pick one of those to do. And then section 5, you can pick one, do it all the way across, make sure you get the circumference and the area, diameter or radius, pick one of them though. And then section 6, I want you to pick 4 of them, okay? Pick 4 to do and do your best with that. So you can work on this. If you have extra time and you want to do more of it, you are more than welcome. And then we will, so then you'll be done with math when you're done with this page or done with what I've given you. And if you want to do more, go for it. But we will see you in the next lesson. And so just keep working hard.